What's up, everybody? Welcome to Kinda Funny Games Daily for Tuesday, October 17th, 2023. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside the master of hype, Snow Mike.
It's a Mike and Greg day, everybody. Let's bring a little energy.
These don't happen often.
No, they
People
never
are
happen.
afraid of us. Blessing's always trying to keep us apart. He doesn't like it one bit.
He says, Mike, you stay on the stream team. You're not allowed with the professionals. And I say, oh, I love talking games with all of y'all.
It sucks.
I played Spider-Man too. And I didn't get to talk about it. But Greg,
Platinum it, though?
No.
See, that's why you're not on the review. That's why you're not on the
Greg,
review. That's why you're not on the review.
I finished that game and I was like, do I need to go do a bunch of samey activities over and over again? And I said, no. Then I turned off the PlayStation. But I did have a fantastic time.
You turned on the Xbox and what did you play? What did you do? What non-samey activity did you do?
You know what I'm doing? I'm playing Forza Motorsport with the boys, but I'm the really bad one that just bangs into people. So I'm in like that back 12 where it's just like, it's mayhem back here, y'all. And they're like, why is it so bad? And I'm rubbing. If you're not rubbing, you're not racing, Greg.
All right, so how'd it go last night? Ladies and gentlemen, of course, you know that you funded back in October, or last October, when we launched the Spare Bedroom, some Nick and Mike movie nights. The Willemses have agreed to join us. James and Elise popping up. You guys watched Days of Thunder last night. How did that go?
Greg, there's a lot of smoke. There's a lot of cars. There's a lot of attitude. And it's a good movie, Greg. That's a good time. Really enjoyed Days of Thunder. Loved it. And also, you know what I'm loving? I'm loving these overalls that you're rocking.
Thank you.
Now, I want you to know, Greg, I want to make it a Mike and Greg mandate because nobody else will do it.
Yeah.
But we're going to start wearing overalls Mondays because we're over Mondays.
Well, aren't we over the weekend?
No, we're over Mondays because we don't care about Mondays anymore, even though I love Mondays.
What's wrong with the Monday? You're starting your day.
We got to get over it.
We're not Garfield out here, all right?
Well, you and I, we're going to start wearing these Mondays.
I'll tell you what, I got up today. Jen's like, let's go for a family walk, get some coffee together, have some breakfast with Benny. I said, sure thing. Pulled up my jeans, tightened my belt split. Belt broke, and I was like, I can either walk like Chris Farley the entire time, or it's a bib jean day, and it's a bib jean day, and I need to order the new belts.
You look good in that. Do you have the khaki color yet?
I don't have the khaki color yet.
Okay, we got to go buy.
See what I think again? Like I'm wearing, these are the Carhartts. These are I'm not there to work.
Yeah.
All right, so they are thick, right? They are thick, so that if I jam a screwdriver down here, I'm not cutting my leg. I want to get more of the Oshkosh Bagosh ones, a denim one that's like a little bit lighter. Okay. Because these don't breathe.
They do not.
But I am wearing my breathy denim shirt today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a lot of layers on that.
I feel great right now. I feel like I'm in a great, I almost put on my heavy flannel, but I was like, that's too much. That would not do it.
You would look great in it, though. How have you been?
I've been great, Mike.
We haven't got to hang out much, you know what I mean? Me and the stream team are over there. You and Blessing are over here.
You refuse to let me on the streams, I know.
I don't get to see much of you. How have you been?
Great.
Yeah? Good.
Yeah, I've been real good. Yeah,
There's been some great games out, you know what I mean?
Man, great games out there. You kidding me? You know what's happening today?
Talk to me.
Little game. That's an Xbox first-party game called Diablo 4. A new season starts.
Greg.
I got a big date night with Jen tonight. I'll crack a bottle of wine and get in there.
How fast do you think the community will love this and then hate this?
Oh, they'll hate it right away. You know the Diablo community. They're piranhas out there. They're gonna tear it apart.
Yeah.
It's just, and that's what's like so great about being such a casual Diablo fan. And I say casual, I've played like 70 hours of the game. You know what I mean? But like, we never completed the last season. We had like 3 or 4 nights with it, beating the shit out of everything, powering up. This is fun. And he went off and did something else, and I was like, but I have fond memories of that.
Who are you gonna roll this time?
I don't know. That was the thing. I did Electricity Sorcerer last time, right?
Yes, and I remember that.
I enjoyed that quite a bit, but again, we never committed and like leveled all the way up and did that. So I don't feel like I got all the juice out of it. So I really do feel like I could just roll another one of those. But I'm open. Okay. I haven't done like the druid. I haven't done a barbarian. I kind of feel like doing a barbarian like a.
What did you start with?
I started with not demon hunter, a rogue.
Okay, and then you went to sorcerer.
Yeah. I feel like it might be barbarians. I don't want the druid thing where they turn into werewolves and shit. That ain't my bad.
I was gonna say
I'm fighting vampires this time.
Okay, then let's go barbarian.
But see, I'm fighting vampires. That makes me feel I should just go back to being a rogue. But I already did a rogue, so I don't want to do
that.
Again, this is where barbarian. And again, this is where like Rod and his team designed this game to try to satiate the people who will play this 900 hours. Meanwhile, they got me, and I'm like, I just want to be my character again. Can we put like how there's like level caps? There should be like level minimums. Like if you didn't cross this many hours, just use your fucking old character. Bring it over. Yeah, what do you care? What does it matter? It wasn't going to break the experience.
So what excites you about this season?
Vampires.
Is that just the theme of it?
I like the vampires.
Okay, I like that.
I mean, it's just the new thing. It's the same thing with a Fortnite season, where when a Fortnite season rolls around, it's rebirth. It's renewal. It's a new year, right? Well, everybody starts at 0 again. All right, time to get back in there. I won't feel so far behind. You
Okay,
know what
I
mean?
like that. And
But
is Jen on the same page as you? Excited about doing this again?
Oh, yeah. Jen loves Diablo. Yeah, we love Diablo. But again, you know what'll happen is it's still review season. It's only a matter of time until Alan Wake 2 shows up around here. You know what I mean? I'm playing Redacted. I beat Redacted last night, but I beat Redacted 1 last night. Redacted 2, I'm working on. I don't think I need to beat it, though.
Wow.
It's not going to be that kind of thing when I talk about it.
That's
you know what I
cool.
could talk about, though?
Tell me.
Invincible presents Adam Eve. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, this is not a news story. What I want to tell you about is I'm Greg Miller. And Kevin, do I like Invincible?
So much.
I was talking about Invincible long before there was a show, long before there was anything. None of you even wanted to hear. And by the way, Kevin, real quick, programming note for you. We don't have the chat up out here.
Okay.
So I've been living my best life. That Invincible is actually popular. People actually care about it. But then they went out of the blue one day and announced they were doing their first ever video game, right? And what was it going to be? Well, they did that mobile thing. But then like, we're doing our first ever real video game, quote unquote. And it's this visual novel RPG of Adam Eve.
Okay.
And I rolled my eyes a bit. I was like, is this really where we want to go? Is this what it is? But I got a code for the preview. They announced it. This preview time's out with them announcing November 14th, the release date for Steam. Additional platforms coming soon. But I got a code, jumped in, and I'm eating my words, Mike. I can't wait for more of that. I can't wait for this game. I hope when they say November 14th on Steam, additional platforms soon to be announced, I hope that they announce November 14th will also be PlayStation, obviously, or Xbox or whatever. But here's how much I like this thing. I will play it on Steam. I will play the PC version. I'll do the goddamn thing.
You got your little Steam Deck.
I know, and it works really well out there.
Yeah, of course.
But the idea, right, is you see a visual novel, kind of telltale-y, but then it jumps into this turn-based RPG combat.
Yeah.
And it works extremely well. This is not happening in the animated universe. This is not happening in the gaming or the comic book universe. This is its own little thing. Where you're going through, you're making choices. You know, my preview started with episode 2 and gave me episode 3 as well, and that was it. I only played episode 2 because I liked it so much. My Steam clock says about 27 minutes for that first episode, or episode 2. Episode 1, though, had a choice in there. Like, if you know your Invincible history, do you want to date Rex? Do you want to be friends with Rex? As you go through, you talk to, Eve's parents here. You make choices. It affects what happens, who you talk to, all this different stuff. And then, there's this actual, like, again, for a visual novel RPG, skill tree that I thought was pretty goddamn robust, right?
Holy cow.
Kevin, if you want to go to my Twitter, which I did not link in there, I just put up a tweet about this, promoting that I'm talking about it. There's a skill tree photo in there if you want to toss it up. It's the second image there of a screenshot that they officially put out there or whatever. Again, of like really building out what's going on and what you want your character to be. What's wrong? Oh, no.
Well, I get decision paralysis.
Yeah.
This big of a skill tree, right? Like, then you got to start questioning, what am I doing? What have you gone into, right? We see fire.
You see me spread it out. I mean, like, it's, one chapter. So I mainly went on the projectile side on the one and then the blue side on the other. Those second tiers usually, as you see, give you a plus heart, a little plus damage or whatever. So I was just tinkering and going with it. You know what I mean? She's got this really cool move that I was casting every time, right? Where she makes a barrier. So I did that with my first move because when they break the barrier, then explodes out and she hits them with shards and stuff. I was pleasantly surprised by Invincible Presents Adam Eve, November 14th. I feel like if there's not a Gamescast or a PS I Love You, it's hard to preview games, so I'm happy I get to talk about it here.
They bring up, I'm over here on the Steam page, right? And they talk about the balance of being a superhero and, of course, everyday life. How do you find that balance in the game? Do you like the balance right now? Are you liking more of the superhero side or the everyday?
Well, I mean, it's very much Invincible. So it is. I would say it's more the balance. It's funny that I was like, when they first popped up, like, oh, is this really what we want? When in reality, it's kind of what I've always pitched. Where I always said the Invincible game should be made by Telltale. Invincible suffers from the same problem, the character, as Superman. He's so goddamn powerful. How do you make that an interesting video game, right? You put it in here and you make choices and do all these different things. This is terrible posture games making this, by the way. So far, so good. I think they're doing a great job. The beats, chill, lo-fi beats to vibe to. I like that quite a bit. Just a good thing. No voice acting. It is just you're reading. It's a visual novel. You're going through that, whatever. But no, I don't think that's a knock. But I'm sorry, your question, to your point, it is way more about making the choices. How do you interact with your family? I mean, if you remember the Adam Eve stories, if you read them or if you don't, or if you watch the show, I guess, like, Eve and Sam technically isn't like close with her parents, right? There is a whole bunch of stuff. There's episode 2 that I was in was dealing with fallout of episode 1, and there was do you want to get like mad at them or do you want to kind of play it safe? And what are you doing? How are you doing this kind of thing? And so like her mom was reacting to me of like, oh, it's a responsible choice you're making. I like that kind of thing. I like that.
Yeah,
I like those kind of things.
When I read it, I was like, this is a Greg Miller game.
Yeah, 100%.
Right up your alley. And it looks visually stunning. right? Like the comic book come to life.
Kev, your mic's open, by the way.
Yep, sorry about that.
Just a big,
Kevin
just
sigh.
a deep breath, just to let you know. You know what?
I hear you.
We got over Monday, but it's still Tuesday.
It is still Tuesday here
still
at Kinda
working
Funny.
here.
So let's talk about the fact that Netflix wants GTA, Mario Wonder has leaked, and more, because this is Kinda Funny Games Daily. Each and every weekday on a variety of platforms, we run you through the nerdy video game news you need to know about. If you like that, be part of the show by writing in to kindafunny.com/KFGD with your questions, comments, concerns, squad up requests, everything under the daily video game news sun. Then, of course, tune in to watch it live as we record it, just like Know What's Good Now Hat's Good. No, it's Know What's Good, but it could be Now Hat's Good.
Yeah.
Maybe he likes hats a lot.
Oh man, I'll tell you what. I bought a dope hat recently. You know? It's nice to just get a good hat in your life.
It is nice to get a good hat.
Yeah.
in your life. I got a good Portillo's one I wear with my dad. Anyways, you could be watching live on twitch.tv/KindaFunnyGames, youtube.com/KindaFunnyGames. If you're watching live, you have a special job. Go to KindaFunny.com/you're wrong and tell us what we screw up as we screw it up so we can set the record straight for everybody watching later on youtube.com/KindaFunnyGames and listening on podcast services around the globe each and every weekday. If you like the show, there's the best way to get it over at patreon.com/KindaFunny. On patreon.com/KindaFunny, you can get each and every episode ad-free. You, of course, can get all the podcasts ad-free. You can watch us record the podcast live as we record them, just like I assume there's a podcast happening this afternoon. Oh, no, that's embargoed. Embargoed podcast this afternoon. I wonder what we're talking about. But you can get all that stuff on patreon.com/KindaFunny as well. Ad-free, on demand. It's all there whenever you want it. Watch it a day early. Get 300 bonus episodes of content like Greg Way, like the Next Gen podcast, like Bless Who, only on patreon.com/KindaFunny. And maybe you don't consume any of the content. You just want to say, hey, I like you guys. I support you guys. An 11-person independent operation making cool content. I can get behind that. Please get behind us on patreon.com/KindaFunny. I digress. Let me give you one free way to support us. It's the Epic creator code KindaFunny. Of course, if you're checking out in the Epic Game Store, you can use the creator code KindaFunny. Maybe you're over on your PlayStation 5, your Xbox, your Switch, playing Rocket League, Fortnite, or something like that. You can use the code there. And even if you're just downloading something for free, it really helps us out. So thank you. Please do that. Housekeeping for you. Our friends over at Lost in Cult, who make incredibly premium video game books filled with articles and essays, just put up pre-orders for their 6th book, which is all about Final Fantasy and features pieces about every Final Fantasy game, including one about Final Fantasy X by Tim Geddes. There is a super special hardcover edition with exclusive art from the legendary Final Fantasy artist Amano. So check it out now at lostincult.co.uk. Go over there. Support Tim's love of the written word. Quoted in the New York Times.
Wow.
Now published in a hardcover book.
That's awesome. Do you think he talks about Blitzball?
You have to.
Yeah.
There's no way not to
The
talk
GOAT.
about Blitzball.
You got to talk about Blitzball.
You got to talk
It's the
about
only
Blitzball.
touchstone of Final Fantasy I even know.
Yeah.
Blitzball.
Blitzball.
Wow, man.
Did you play Final Fantasy 16 this year?
Yeah, I dabbled in it. I had a good time
What'd you
with
think?
that. Oh, I loved it. I thought it was the first time I was like, oh, a Final Fantasy game. I'm all about this, right? I think the evolution of the combat, where they've turned it away from like the turn-based into a little more action plus that, has really come on to me as a, noob in the Final Fantasy world. So when they did the boy band, I was interested. When they did Final Fantasy VII Remake, I was like, okay, we're getting closer. And I think this one nailed it, where it's like, oh, I like that action-heavy, real-time going on right there for me.
Okay.
That's my style.
Is it going to be in your, is it a contender for you?
Oh, easily a contender.
What's your game of the year? You want to tell me? You want to tip?
I mean, the review's out now, right? So I can talk about it.
Spider-Man 2?
Spider-Man 2.
The game you just insulted it with the same thing.
I said I'm not going to platinum it. That doesn't mean I didn't have a great time, you know what I mean? But I will say this. Moment to moment, Spider-Man 2 absolutely delivers. What an incredible game. I know a lot of people will talk about, the facial animations and the character design. They have their certain style, right? But every time you see a character that might not be lit well or just looks kind of off, they just smack you in the mouth with an incredible action scene. And you're like, oh, that's why we're here. Put Peter in the suit, have him running across the city. It looks beautiful. It's stunning. Moment to moment, it's awesome. I think the flying really delivered, right? You say to yourself, do you need to have the wingsuit? Is that supposed to be in it? Guess what? It is.
It's supposed to be.
And it feels freaking right. So, yeah, my game of the year is definitely Spider-Man 2 right now. I liked the story. I liked the gameplay. I had a ton of fun.
Number 2, Rock A City.
There's a new one coming out.
And the continuing housekeeping.
You know, there's a new game.
A new PS I Love You XOXO is up right now, and it is our Spider-Man 2 FAQ. Janet Garcia returns to the show for us to go on for an hour and a half of spoiler-free content where we answer your questions about all the stuff you had to ask after you read all the reviews and watched all the reviews. You can get it on youtube.com/KindaFunnyGames or wherever you get your PS I Love You XOXO podcast. Over on Patreon, a new Remember Blank is up, and it's remembering our Spider-Man gaming memories. That's a great one. Had a lot of fun with that one.
Who doesn't love looking back on some great Spider-Man games?
No.
You know, that's my question that I asked Tim afterwards.
Yeah.
I said, will there be a moment where you burn out on Spider-Man? Right? How I just said I loved every moment to moment, right?
Yeah.
After you finish that experience, do you say, hey, give me a Spider-Man 3, 4, 5, and we just keep going because he has so many incredible villains and the team over at Insomniac makes great games? Or will there be a moment where it's like, hey, Siri, I'm bored of Spider-Man no more?
I don't think there will be.
I agree.
I think Spider-Man can be, you can reinvent Spider-Man all the time.
I agree with that, Greg. I don't think we will hit that, but I wonder, right? If it's like, will the general audience ever be like, you know what, we're done here?
I wouldn't be surprised if eventually they take a break, right? Like maybe they baton pass to Wolverine, and then, I guess they're gonna. But I think maybe you dovetail Spider-Man, not off this one. You got to make a third one. You got to keep going on what you got right now.
Right?
Dovetail off this into Wolverine, give Wolverine 2, then finish that, and then start maybe do another Marvel thing, an independent original IP again. Maybe go back. You got to get a Ratchet tossed in there if you're Insomniac or whatever. But eventually they'll be back to Spider-Man.
I agree with that.
Over on that part. Thank you to our Patreon producers, Jedi Master Deadpool, Delaney Twining. Today we're brought to you by BetterHelp and Immersion Fragrances, but we'll tell you about that later. For now, let's begin the show with what is and forever will be the Roper Report. Time for some news. 5 items on the Roper Report.
A baker's dozen.
That was powerful, Kevin.
Thank you.
Happy to have you here
You
today.
brought that Tuesday energy.
Number 1, Netflix reportedly looks to license GTA title as it moves into quote-unquote higher-end gaming. This is Matt Wales at Eurogamer. Netflix is reportedly looking to build upon its current, predominantly mobile-focused gaming offerings by introducing higher-end titles to the subscription catalog, and is said to have had discussions about licensing a Grand Theft Auto game as part of the move. The streaming company took its first tentative steps into gaming back in November 2021 with the release of 5 iOS and Android titles that could be downloaded and played as part of a Netflix subscription. Since then, its gaming catalog has swelled to over 70 titles, and it's made a number of notable acquisitions, including Triple Crown and Cozy Grove developer Spryfox, The Walking Dead mobile developer Next Games, and Oxenfree creator Night School Studio.
And they got Big Joe Staten. Don't forget about that.
Don't forget about it. You want me to write to Matt Wales right now and let him know?
Let him know, Big Joe.
Hints of more ambition. Oh, shit. Did they just get you? Maybe they just got you. Let's see. Hints of a more ambitious gaming plan at Netflix came with last November's announcement. The company had set up a new Los Angeles studio led by former Overwatch executive Chaco Sonny to create a brand new AAA third-person RPG for PC. And a new report from the Wall Street Journal has shed further light on Netflix plans, saying the company is, quote, taking steps to expand into higher-end games that can be streamed from TVs or PCs, end quote. Netflix is said to have had discussions to release a game within Rockstar's Grand Theft Auto series via a licensing deal as part of its escalating gaming ambitions, but the Wall Street Journal offered no hint as to the title it might have been targeting, or if the discussions have borne fruit. According to the publication, Netflix believes a more significant gaming presence will help it attract new subscribers and retain existing ones by giving them something to engage with between the seasons of their favorite shows. The Wall Street Journal cites figures from app tracker Apptopia saying Netflix game downloads have risen from 30.4 million to 70.5 million in the last year. However, fewer than 1% of Netflix's 238 million subscribers are said to be playing its games daily, and, more problematically, the current process of requiring users to download mobile games from their device's app store is creating a significant drop-off in engagement. The Wall Street Journal says only half of the subscribers who press the Get Game button on the Netflix app go to download and play games. Yikes. I added the yikes. They didn't write that.
Yeah.
Matt Wales didn't do that. I'm editorializing. Netflix's game streaming tech is being trialed in tandem with its new game controller app, which can be used to play games on a TV or computer. The Wall Street Journal reports some Netflix executives were concerned this virtual controller approach might limit the kinds of games the company can offer. Action-heavy games would, for instance, more likely require a traditional game controller, but the company opted to take the phone approach anyway. According to the publication, the specter of Google's failed Stadia has loomed large during internal meetings at Netflix, with some employees asking why the company, quote, is looking to go deeper into a market where such a titan has failed. Let me in that fucking boardroom. Let me in that fucking boardroom.
What are you going to tell him, Greg? What do you think you're bringing to the table?
Shut the fuck up, executive.
So you're going to tell him.
The Titan failed because they didn't have a plan. They didn't have a vision. They didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, right here at this boardroom, right here, as I look around at the heads of Netflix,
okay.
Mr. Flicks, Miss Net, as I look at you, I see people who are already light years ahead of Google Stadia.
True.
They had their thumbs up their asses and they didn't know what they were doing. You have brought in great studios. You are putting out games like Oxenfree 2, which I adored, on multiple platforms and including it on yours. Like,
yeah.
You stay the course, Netflix. You are on the right track. Whoever's like, oh, the fucking thing with the goddamn thing is going to throw you off with the control. Shut the fuck up. That's what I would do. You know what I mean? Just get up and get one. Pa! You know what I mean? Shut up. You're doing the damn thing, and you're doing a good job on it. Now get it on the fucking TV app.
Yes. Sounds like you have the game plan for him, Greg.
I honestly think Netflix has Netflix has the tech right now and the Trojan horse right now that they could actually do this. I worry about the commitment of their board and their shareholders and the people who don't fully understand games.
Yes.
I think right now they've been doing a great job of this test bed of these games are there and they're on your phone in the app and I never use it. Every time once in a blue moon, we go around the dark side of the Netflix moon and this story comes up and I go, oh yeah. And I boot it up and I look at all the great games and then I go, great. And then I shut my phone and put it away because I just don't play games on my phone often unless there's some kind of DC tie-in or Marvel Hunter. Monster Hunter United or Marvel. But as soon as they flip that switch and say, hey, I boot up Netflix to watch The Fall of the House of Usher. Are you kidding me with how good this show is? Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause, of course, for Mike Flanagan. More important, friend of the show, Rahul Kohli, who's just eating it up on this show. Eating it up out there. And of course,
he's eating.
That clap is starting to sound like something else.
Hey!
But of course, because of the actor strike, of course, pay your people, union strong, we're all there. They can't talk about it. I feel so bad. Because this show is so fucking good that people should be shouting from the rooftops. Rahul should be able to take his victory lap. Mark Hamill. Are you watching the show?
No.
Mark Hamill, episode 2, maybe 3 is going on. And we paused it and I got up to do something. Jen's like, what are you doing? And I forget even she set me up with a T-ball of like, oh, tell me something else interesting. I was like, the man on the screen is Luke Skywalker. And she literally went, oh my God, it is. Like she didn't know because he's actually acting and not acting just like Mark Hamill. This fucking show, guys. This fucking show. So good. Go watch it right now. I'm on the
opposite side. They're delivering on the documentary side.
Oh, of course they are.
I mean, the new David Beckham, 4 parts. You thought to yourself, do I need 4 hours of David Beckham story? Turns out I did.
Here's what I'll tell you.
And it's really freaking good.
I'll tell you something about it. Like I saw that pop up and I was like, no, not for me or whatever.
Yeah.
And then TikTok finds me. And I start seeing little clips and I'm like, damn, him and Posh Spice, they're funny together. Maybe I do want to watch this.
They've had an incredible life together.
Yeah.
A tough life.
Yeah.
Some big moments.
Yeah. I saw the one where they were being mean to her at a game or whatever.
Oh,
and he was like,
man.
what? And then it fueled me. And I'm like, fucking shit. Okay, David Beckham, fuck me.
So let's talk about it though.
Anyways,
in the boardroom, people are worried.
Yeah.
Because 1%, Greg.
Yeah.
1% is tiny, right? How many years can I let you go on proceeding to spend money into games if only 1%'s turning over?
And that is, of course, the ticking clock on any of these initiatives.
Yes.
If you're worried about Stadia and you're worried about Google, exactly. Yes, we've seen this happen and we saw the same thing of just like the returns aren't there. I'd be more, if I was in that boardroom and they threw that back in my face and I'd kick the one guy in the face and I already talked to these 2 other people, right? I would, of course, call out the fact of like, yo, 30.4 million to 70.5 million in the last year is fucking great for something, again, that all of you at this Netflix board meeting are bearing. Like, I do not feel this is something my mom subscribes to Netflix. She does not know that she has all these games on there. And maybe she doesn't care either, but it's that thing of, I still feel the fact that they're not making a big deal about it is why it's like this. And when they decide to make a big deal about it, I think it'd be different. I do think, like they have a bunch of weird games, like, and I might be talking my ass. I'll open it up. But I remember they have some kind of Love is Blind, like weird.
Oh, of course. You got to have the tie-ins with your reality television.
It's kind of crazy that when I start Love is Blind, I don't get a commercial for that. You know what I mean? Like if I was Netflix and I was going to get serious about this, I would be like,
I like that.
Hey, if you love Love is Blind, there's a 2-second pre-roll like on YouTube. If you like Love is Blind, there's a fucking thing. You know what I mean?
We got a fun dating video game. For
Get
you.
Amber back out there. Amber and Barnett out there telling me about it. You know? Yeah.
Wild idea. What if you could watch the show and play the game at the same time on like the right of the screen?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's great right there, Kevin. You know what I mean?
I like that.
Yeah, see, I got right there. Love is Blind Netflix stories. Now this is an interactive story. I didn't know that. Maybe I should start playing this. Here, what I'm going to do. I'm going to click Get Game.
Okay.
And then it's going to take me to the page. Yeah, and I'm going to hit Get.
So now hold
that's
up.
annoying.
So this isn't via the cloud. You have to download this.
And this is why they're talking about people that click that Get Game button or they get to this point and they don't get it.
The moment that you just went into download, it was over for me.
Yeah.
Right, like all these games need to be cloud-based, where immediately I click it and I'm in the game.
Forgot that Storyteller came out on Netflix. Getting that game too while I'm here.
It's a dope game.
You know what I mean? Dope game, indeed. You know what I mean?
Game.
And this is the thing is that like I feel again back to the point that I feel Netflix is doing it right for where they are right now.
Okay.
I think that like this is an interesting one that we open it up and I don't know much about the Love is Blind game I just downloaded, but it looks like the traditional mobile crap we wouldn't care too much about, right? So there's the traditional mobile crap games there that people want to play, but then there's stuff like Storyteller. There's stuff like Oxenfree
too.
Fucking the game I love with Manon.
Oh my gosh. It'll come to me.
No, I don't want to fucking goddamn it. Immortality's on that. You know what I mean? Like they have games that I feel are, hey, you're just a mobile gamer, and hey, you're a hardcore gamer. Like, and I don't think Netflix goes out of their way enough to promote the fact that, yo, you probably are already paying for this service.
Yeah.
Hardcore gamer.
Yeah.
There are probably games you've missed. I know Storyteller's great. Yeah. I have Storyteller on my Steam Deck. I don't play my Steam Deck as much as I use my phone. Now I have there. Maybe I will start popping in and doing something there. Probably won't, but maybe.
I mean, like we're getting to with this story, though, right? Now you look around the landscape, and what if they were to land a licensing deal with Rockstar and GTA, right? What if we were able to get a Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars or Liberty City Stories type experience on Netflix?
If they brought Chinatown Wars 2 to Netflix, you kidding me right now?
I mean, that's the move, right? That's what we're looking for out of GTA, right? I'm looking to sign a deal with them and give me something as small as that, but would be so large that would drive everybody to want to turn on their gaming on Netflix. That's the win right there.
And so again, everything I've just said is very much in the moment. Netflix board. I'm glad you're listening to me, right?
Yeah.
But I do really firmly believe that the day is not far from when they are going to say, cool, and now these are playable on your TV. Now it is streaming these games to your TV. And I do think that will be not a game changer moment, but suddenly the people who have no idea you do this, that you have this, that they pay for this, are going to be excited to see that. And then it will be, I do agree with whoever's worried about it, even though I'm not worried about it. I do agree that it'll be, download the controller app for your phone. Okay. Oh, this is fun. And again, that I think will be a good enough experience for my mom wanting to play the horse game that she wants to play. That's up there or whatever. That's a mobile game. And then I do think that if they put a GTA on there, somebody might play enough and get into enough and be like, you know what, maybe I will invest in a Bluetooth controller to connect it to the TV or whatever, have it hooked up that way. And that's not a bad thing. I think giving people it's what we talk about with Game Pass. It's what we talk about with xCloud. It's what we talk about with all this stuff. Giving people and removing barriers to entry.
Meeting the player where they're at.
And again, like let's get crazy for a second here, Netflix, right? Like, what about, you can target GTA all you want and you should, and that's great or whatever. But when you finally get this thing running on Netflix, when you finally get it to have the controller app on it, even if you don't want to go to the thing, fucking put Fortnite on it.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I mean, like, I know that Xbox does that with xCloud. I still think that when I try to explain that to someone who doesn't understand, I'm trying to explain that to Ashley, whose kids just play on Switch or whatever. There's a bridge there of like, cool. You would download the Xbox app, but then you need to create an account. And then, so you log in, then you do this, and then we'll sync your stuff.
Guess what? You've already lost me. That's right.
Hey, Netflix right there. Pops up on the tile on your TV, Fortnite, and you click it. Off to the races.
Trying to create the hub where all of your users can stay and remain throughout their days, their weeks, their months, right? That's what all of these streaming services, that's what all these companies want from us, the consumers, is to stay extra long, spend more money. And the gaming route seems about right. But, you bring up the number, right? You do see some positives. It's growing. 1%, though. How long do you think they got, Greg, until they possibly shut this down and give up? Do you think they will? Because you're on the side of, you think they're almost at the moment where it could be big. But do you think there is a chance where this company says, you know what?
Of course.
Gaming isn't for us.
1,000% there's a chance. And it's that the problem with, let's go to Netflix stock right now because that'll tell you the whole picture. Netflix stock. Kevin, play my music.
Play his music.
Kevin, are you aware of this bit? I know you don't usually.
I am. I just.
Do you want to just sing it for me?
I don't know what it sounds like.
Money, money, money. Here comes the money.
Money. Dollars. What's up, everybody? Welcome to your favorite reoccurring segment, Sound Financial Advice with Greg, a.k.a. Not Financial Advice on Games Daily. Right now, Netflix stock is at, goddamn, $356.72 a share.
Wow.
And if you go back a year, we're up year over year. 1 year ago, we were at $245. So,
wow.
In the disco stew way, as long as trends continue, then you go back to October 15th, 2021, it was at $628.
What?
Fucking hell, man.
Wow.
You know what I mean? If I could go back and tell myself anything, don't buy the Terminator 2 baseball cards.
Don't do
fucking buy stocks. Save all your money, kid,
Greg,
and put it into the stock market.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. It'll be terrifying. Some days it'll be ruined, but some days it'll be rich as fuck. You know what I mean?
You'll be that guy.
Anyways, they're doing well enough in my glance at it opinion, right? When that dips even lower, when it is they lose more subscribers, when it is they need to do this thing, whether it is however we're going to come out of these multiple strikes where literally the writers and the actors are like, fucking pay us.
Yeah.
You put our shit on and Suits is the number one show in the world, but we don't get any money for it because it's not how our residuals are designed. There's a lot of different things going on in that situation. I don't know is the long answer, Mike. As long as Netflix can continue in a way where the shareholders are happy, then you don't have to worry about it. But it does become eventually they're going to look for some kind of return on this investment. I think they've been bullish. I think buying studios, like we talked about in the article, having Night School under your belt, that's a big deal.
Big move.
Now, of course, did they buy this thinking it was going to be a big deal and that Night School makes, like, you're a stockholder, we bought this, critically acclaimed studio. Oh shit, their next game is going to set the world on fire. Oxenfree 2 did not set the world on fire. Janet and I liked it a lot. I appreciate that game. It's not a contender for me, right? It's just a game I really, really enjoyed. Did they expect that? What did those sales look like on the other platforms? What did it do for the Netflix numbers? When you have stuff like that, again, you were talking about stocks, you're taking bets on the people you're bringing in, and that's where it gets tough. GTA, that'd be a big bet. That'd be a great bet. That's guaranteed money, where it would be. That would be great news for all of us if it was like, hey, no, we are making Chinatown Wars 2, and it's going to be on your phone. It's going to be only through Netflix. Fuck yeah, off to the races. I think we'd all be playing it, or at least trying it out, right?
Does Rockstar even want that? What's your sell? If you're Netflix going to Rockstar, see, that's the hard part.
100%.
The flip side for Netflix, yeah, of course, that's guaranteed. But for Rockstar to give you that, to work on that, to put all of that effort in.
Rockstar are among the weirdest motherfuckers making games. And I say this with all love and respect, right? Of just like, when you make a game, and we can talk about a franchise, but let's just talk about GTA Online. When you make something that just prints fucking money, and Rockstar has always been like, the name is not a mistake. Rockstar thinks of themselves as rock stars. They have always been bigger than E3. They've in recent memory and all these things, right? They can make an event. They can do this thing. So even to have Netflix show up on their doorstep and be like, we want to rain fucking money on you for you to make a Chinatown Wars 2, which we're just not obviously rumored at all in this, but that's what we're going to run with because it would make sense for the platform.
Makes total sense.
It would be an easier lift than, hey, go make fucking Liberty City Stories 3 or whatever. That's a harder game to make than I think Chinatown Wars 2 would be, right? I think that you could have just the blank check sitting in front of Rockstar, and I do think Rockstar would be like, no, we're good.
Yeah.
They're such... Rockstar and GTA are a brand. You know what I mean? Like, and again, I hope beyond hope that GTA 6's ad campaign is the one I pitched for GTA 5, which is just a black screen 30-second commercial where the logo slowly fades up and you hear like running, shooting guns. Well, what are you doing? Oh, you got the drugs. I got, and it's just a release date. Never show a fucking frame of game. Never do anything. Just say PS5, Xbox, PC, this date, and put it out that way. Because it would be the biggest fucking thing of all time. Still, it wouldn't stop.
Now, does Netflix have the people in their building or someone they can team up with if they were to license Grand Theft Auto from Rockstar? Maybe team up with another developer to make the game. You see that happening?
No, I don't think Rockstar lets that go. I don't think they let that go from underneath. Who made Chinatown Wars? I don't even remember anymore. GTA. What a game. God, do you remember Chinatown Wars?
I'm telling you, you make Chinatown Wars or Liberty City Stories, like those experiences on a Netflix app, that would blow up.
Yeah, developed by Rockstar Leeds. Yeah, they're never going to... I mean, they still got multiple developers, right? So, I mean, you could easily have it that they go out there and they are going to be like, hey, let's give it to one of our other people. But what are the other people working on? And what's going on? Like,
You're right with Netflix is in a very interesting situation right now. You look around at their close competition, the Hulus, the Disney Pluses, right? No one else is jumping into games like these guys, right? But of course, you have to broaden that into now they're jumping into the games world. But they're in a very interesting spot with a lot of subscribers, a lot of people on that app all the time. If you do find the one game that really is popular and blows up, now more people will turn on the gaming side and maybe find more games.
Well, I mean, again, too, the call out here from Matt Wales in the article, right, is, there's something for you to play in between your series, right? Like, which is true, but also I think, it's the same thing when we look to think of a Netflix membership. I think you look a lot at a Patreon subscription for us, where we are always trying to add value. You know what I mean? These are the people who pay us out of their pocket every month for Kinda Funny content. So what can we add to it? What can we do? You want to try a show, do something interesting, different. Let's put it on Patreon. Let's reward those people. I think that when you talk about value adds, this is already a value add that I still think most people don't know they have. Yeah. And so again, when they're finally ready to say, even though they're not saying that, but we're out of beta, we want to go big. Lots of your series have these mobile experiences. There's all these AAA games on there, or triple I mobile games on there. And then, of course, now we're trying to bring it to your TV and have it there and use the app and the phone. Like, they have a very compelling pitch, and I do think it would go a long way for their image if people were like, oh, fuck, what? I got all these free games? I didn't know I had these games. And if there is one amazing one, one Chinatown Wars.
Just takes one.
It starts with one. I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard I try. Ladies and gentlemen, I just made a reference to patreon.com/kindafunny. Maybe you've heard of it. If it wasn't for patreon.com/kindafunny, KindaFunny wouldn't be here. Mike wouldn't work here. He'd still be up in Tahoe slinging drinks and being sad all the time.
Oh, I was so sad.
Now he's down here going to pumpkin festivals and being sad. If you want to make KindaFunny a success, so maybe one day I can bring more people here to be sad, go to patreon.com/kindafunny, where you can get each and every episode of Games Daily ad-free. But guess what, Jack? You're not on patreon.com/kindafunny. So here's a word from our sponsor.
This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. Do you ever feel like your brain is getting in its own way? I can't even count the amount of nights I lose sleep just because I can't stop thinking and my brain just won't stop talking. It turns out one great way to make those racing thoughts go away is to talk through them. Therapy gives you a great place to do that so you can get out of your negative thought cycles and find some mental and emotional peace. And it can give you the tools to find more balance in your life so you can keep supporting others without leaving yourself behind. Some of my best friends use BetterHelp and love how helpful it can be for learning positive coping skills and how to set boundaries. It empowers you to be the best version of yourself, and it isn't just for those who've experienced major trauma. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapist anytime for no additional charge. You can make your brain your friend with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/kindafunny today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/kindafunny. BetterHelp.com/kindafunny. This episode is brought to you by Immersion Fragrances, where gaming meets the world of scented candles. Immersion Fragrances is your destination for gaming-inspired scented candles, each one meticulously crafted to transport you into the worlds of your favorite video games and tabletop adventures. And most importantly, this company is ran by a KindaFunny best friend. For a short while, customers can enjoy a 10% discount site-wide. Yes, 10% off every gaming-inspired scented candle they offer. And that's not all. They're sweetening the deal with free shipping on every order. But here's the real kicker. For every 3 candles purchased, Immersion Fragrances is throwing in a free mystery candle. Imagine the excitement of unwrapping a mystery candle with a unique scent, just like opening a loot box in your favorite game. Each candle is a work of art inspired by the immersive worlds of gaming and tabletop adventures. Don't miss out on this unbeatable offer. Head over to immersionfragrances.com right now and fill your cart with the enchanting scents of your favorite worlds. Remember, you'll get 10% off free shipping and a free mystery candle for every 3 that you buy. That's immersionfragrances.com. The fragrant journey begins here.
Number 2 on the Roper Report. It's a public service announcement from KindaFunny. Of course, Super Mario Bros. Wonder spoilers have leaked online.
Oh.
This is Ryan Dinsdale at IGN.com. Super Mario Bros. Wonder arrives October 20th, but spoilers have already leaked across social media, showing fans glimpses, parentheses, or lots of the game Nintendo would rather keep quiet. IGN won't reveal any of these spoilers here, of course, but wanted to offer a heads up for those looking to experience the long-awaited next-generation 2D Mario game completely fresh. While a handful of now-deleted tweets showed some glimpses at levels beyond what Nintendo has revealed so far, another main instigator of spoilers, thank you very much, Kevin, appears to be emulation. As reported by DSO Gaming, players have already able to run... Nope, I fucked it up. It's me. It's me, everybody. Sorry, that's not Ryan's fault. That's Greg's fault, everybody. Let me go back. As reported by DSO Gaming, players are already able to run the entirety of Super Mario Bros. Wonder through illegal PC emulation. Nintendo, understandably, doesn't take kindly to those who create such software or even leak their games. It cut ties with one publication who showed images of Pokemon Sword and Shield ahead of the game's embargo in 2020 and recently issued a cease and desist order against Wii and GameCube emulator Dolphin over its launch on Steam. Now, you heard some audio there. We do have the spoilers, and we are going to show them.
We're going to show them right now.
Fuck you. No, I'm kidding. We won't show them. Nothing really to say, right?
No, I mean, I think this happens to most of the games right before they're released, right? Somebody's got a copy. All of a sudden, some reviewer's gone haywire, and they're just throwing it out there, right? Like, it just seems to be the norm right now.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of fun jokes, like, how do you spoil Mario? But there will be fun, cute moments that, of course, you want to be wowed by. But this seems to be par for the course.
There needs to be wonder in Mario Wonder, right? I don't want to know that I'm supposed to jump on that platform and not that platform. Come on.
Come on,
baby
Greg.
games. Nah, okay. I'm stoked for Wonder. Are you stoked for
I can't wait. I'm very excited to play Wonder. For me, it's definitely the shared experience with Nick, Tim, and Andy of like all of us playing together. I look forward to checking that out and hope we all have a great time with it. But yeah, is Mario Wonder something I would play by myself? Probably not.
Really?
Yeah, only a shared experience.
Okay.
I don't really gravitate towards Mario. He's not my guy.
He's not my guy either. I didn't grow up with Mario, but Super Mario World was such a touchstone for me in late junior high. That's not when it came out. That's when I started playing it. I'm not that old. I'm not that old. But like, then Mario 64, then Galaxy, then I fucking, adored Odyssey.
Okay.
Like I really had a great time with Odyssey. So I'm excited for Friday. And it was something I talked about this in the Greg way that I haven't published yet, but Tim did his preview on Games Daily last week. And after we signed off, and I was like, "Oh, sounds great." He's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "It's really visually like I was talking about a Wonder." He's like, "You should play it in front of Ben." And I was like, "Oh, that's interesting."
Yeah.
And I'm actually going to stay home on Friday because the nanny needed the day off or whatever. So I'm thinking I might boot it up a little bit, let him see some of it.
Sounds like a fun idea.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more of a Crash guy, right? Like if you were like, "Hey, Crash is coming," I'd be like, "Oh, I'd play that single player." Like I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
Same game, but just
Is it the
different vibe.
same game?
Same game.
It's the same game.
One jabroni jumping from another mushroom to another mushroom.
Okay, cool. Same game, everybody. Crash and
game.
Mario. Remember, he said it, not me, okay? Number 3 on the Roper Report. About half of Bandcamp employees have been laid off. This is Ash Parrish over at The Verge. One of the worst tech labor years ever continues with news that roughly half of Bandcamp employees have been laid off. Bandcamp employees are reporting the news via social media. Epic Games bought the indie music platform back in 2022 for an undisclosed amount before selling it barely a year later. Late last month, Epic Games laid off 16% of its workforce, or 830 employees, due to what CEO Tim Sweeney described as overspending. Epic also revealed that it would sell the Bandcamp business to California-based music licensing company Songtradr. In that announcement, Epic disclosed that an additional 250 people would be leaving Epic either through receiving offers from Songtradr, or Epic's divestiture from its super awesome ad business. Employees who did not receive offers from Songtradr were notified today and will be eligible for severance. In an email to The Verge, Songtradr confirmed that 50% of Bandcamp employees have been extended offers to join Songtradr and reaffirmed from a previous statement the company's commitment to keeping the Bandcamp experience the same. Songtradr's statement also confirmed that its purchase of Bandcamp had been completed, but it did not confirm if it would voluntarily recognize Bandcamp's union that employees won earlier this year, despite pressure from employees and the Bandcamp community.
That's too bad. Yeah, that sucks to hear. Isn't it? It's just so weird that you tie a name with Epic with this.
Yeah.
And you go, how? Why? Right? That always seems to be the statement of like, how is this even possible? You got plenty of money. Figure it out.
Overspending.
Restructure the business. Look within. Find the way. Why did you even buy this team if you didn't think you had a good game plan for it from the beginning?
Yeah.
Too bad.
No, I mean, we can go through and beat the same drum we've beaten forever about all of these layoffs and tech changes or whatever this year and how rough it's been, of just like corporations continue to be giant fucking corporations and not think about the results of their actions. You know what I mean? I've talked at length about this on multiple games dailies of, the good times are going to roll forever. And so you make these big bets, these big gambles, and then things slow down and things change. And then you go, oh, okay, well, we need to eliminate this thing and that thing. You don't think about the 50% of the workforce here. You don't think about that. You can't. I understand that I am a clown, and I understand that I work and I'm blessed enough to work with 10 of my best friends here and just make cool content and have a great time and yada, yada, yada. I can't fathom being the CEO of any other company. I can't fathom KindaFunny getting so large that every fucking decision I make I'm not seeing Roger. Mm-hmm. I'm not thinking of Joey. Exactly. I'm not thinking of all of you guys, right? And I pray to God I never get to a point where that is the case. We've talked so much about like KindaFunny, we traded the reach of IGN for the intimacy of KindaFunny in the community, right? And like we still bang that drum, we still feel that with the community, but I mean it's what I feel for all of you, right? And what we do. And like, you can look at the spare bedroom, and I always preface this as I've said before, right? Like, if you've heard me on Games Daily, and I know you listen, but like if you're new here and this is your first time hearing this whole spiel, one day the winds might change, and KindaFunny does need to lose people or do layoffs or God forbid whatever the hell it needs to be. But what I'm saying is it would never be we would do that 6 months after we're like, let's hire 20 people. This is clearly, you can look at the studio. We signed a fucking lease in December 2019. For 2020, we paid a lease on 2 different fucking buildings we weren't using, right? And nothing changed. We still got here. We still did the damn thing because we didn't overextend ourselves going, well, we'll go into Hawk. We'll do this thing. We'll take this loan. We'll do that thing. You know what I mean? Like, and it was fucking tough, but it was the decision to do all these things knowing that we could still do these things. And then even when things have changed, you've heard me talk throughout this year about how the podcast ad market has changed drastically. And as we see our friends at WNYC losing podcasts, changing shows, all these fucking horrible things happening, they're dealing with the same things we had to deal with, but we did a whole bunch of different shit to try to make the business go a different way and make it go. So we're still fine and everything's okay. And like, you don't see that reflected in, all right, sorry, 3 of you have to go. And again, maybe one day that happens. Maybe, we can't be in front of it forever, but it'll never be because, you know what? Fucking Tubi's back and they want us to make 6. And so I'm going to hire up a team just for that. And then 6 months in, Tubi's gone and I'm fucking, what's the one I'm thinking of? It's not Tubi. You remember the stupid fucking Quibi? That's the one I was thinking of. You know what I mean? Anyways, I dialing back to this. Yeah, this fucking sucks. This is how it is. I cannot fathom what it's like to be Epic, where you did all these things, you spun up all these things, these different divisions, and then like you get to a point where like, fuck, Fortnite isn't making as much money anymore. And this has changed. So like, let's gut Mediatonic. Yep. Let's fuck over the Fall Guys people that we bought their company, did their game, and hopefully they all made out like bandits on it. Doesn't matter. I doubt the Bandcamp people made out like bandits. The 50% of people getting laid off here, I doubt have a golden parachute and all this other shit. You know what I mean? Like, It's fucking insane that like nobody wants to, you get to a point in business where you no longer think about the people. And this is what we said so many times about just video games in general this year. Of course, we're talking about The Verge. One of the worst tech labor years is what we're talking about. How many fucking times have we talked about layoffs on this show in our space?
Feels like it's happening weekly.
It is, and it's sad, and it sucks. And I understand that, again, things have changed, but I just can't fathom not understanding you are in charge of these people's lives and something. And then seeing that domino out to spouses, partners, children, you know what I mean? And all the other things that are going on in life. But I digress. Patreon.com/KindaFunny. Number 4 on the Roper Report. Second Extinction to be delisted. Servers go offline in 2024. This is Sal Romano Gematsu. I'm fired up. Sorry, I can't even talk now. Early access dinosaur-themed multiplayer first-person shooter Second Extinction will soon be delisted from sale, and servers will close sometime in 2024. Developer Systematic Reaction announced. Second Extinction first launched in early access for PC via Steam, Epic Game Store, and the Microsoft Store on October 13th, 2020, followed by game preview for Xbox Series and Xbox One April 2021, and was scheduled to leave early access on October 20th, 2022, but was delayed to 2023 due to technical issues. Quote, while Second Extinction is well loved among our players and the gaming community, it regrettably did not achieve the success we hoped it would, Systematic Reaction said in a message. Additionally, some unforeseen show-stopping issues prevented us from leaving early access and game preview. It continued, as you may recall, we initially planned to launch the 1.0 version late last year, but the discovery of a few critical issues forced us to pull back close to the release. Unfortunately, it became clear that our small team lacked the resources necessary to hit our quality targets and exit early access and game preview, and the investment needed to do so was too large for us to bear. After evaluating our options and working during this last year to find potential solutions, this became the reality our team had to face.
That's too bad to hear.
Yep.
I do like the level head of like, hey, here are the things that we needed to get this done, and we just have not met those, right? In reality, this is what happens.
Communication goes a long way.
Yeah.
Communication goes a long way, right? And yeah, it doesn't make it easier to swallow if you're a fan of the game, but it also lets you know that, hey, especially coming off the story we talked about of like Soulless Corporation, right? Like, we're a team of people, and this is what we tried to do, right? And we were just unable to do this and do the way we wanted to. So I hope you enjoyed the game.
Tough market. Always
very tough market, right? Yeah. I'm glad no first party's like totally banking on a whole bunch of online games. You know what I mean? Oh, speaking of them, number 5 on the Roper Report, Sony picks up Silent Hill Ascension for weekly episodes on PS5 and PS4. This is Wesley Yin-Poole at IGN. GenVid's interactive streaming series, Silent Hill Ascension, will have weekly episodes on PS5, PS4, the Bravia Core app for Bravia TVs, and Xperia app on select Xperia smartphones as part of a deal with Sony Pictures Entertainment. PlayStation owners can watch weekly packaged episodes of the audience-influenced storylines via the Sony Pictures Core app. This is the rebranded Bravia Core app that Sony recently used to add a curated catalog of ad-free movies to the PlayStation Plus subscription. Silent Hill's Ascension premiere is set for 6 p.m. Pacific on October 31st. That's Halloween. On the mobile app or at the official Ascension website. Quote, audiences will be taken on a mind-bending interactive journey as they follow complex lives of two families in peril, linked by unnerving visions and terrifying monstrosities that hound them to the brink of damnation, end quote. Announced back in October 2022, Silent Hill Ascension is a choose-your-own-adventure miniseries where the stream's chat will collectively come to decisions that, quote, impact the canon of Silent Hill, end quote. It will feature daily live story scenes that will change based on the audience's decisions. GenVid CEO Jacob Navok insisted Silent Hill Ascension is, quote, not a game, rather an interactive streaming series that will change as the audience makes decisions together. Its creators insist they do not know how the series will end. Quote, participating in Silent Hill Ascension each day means you will be part of history that will each day means you will be part of history that will never come again, end quote.
Wow.
Jacob. Silent Hill Ascension is one of a few Silent Hill projects in the works, including a remake of Silent Hill 2, 2 spin-offs, and a new movie.
Hey now, some Silent Hill content in your life. Okay.
What does Ascension do for you?
Exciting, right? Like I am someone who finds this kind of stuff very interesting and fun, right? Like I love the idea of watching something, engaging with it, and kind of dictating the path of where it will go next, or watching the community vote on where it will go next. I think that's a fun and different experience, right? I think of Black Mirror recently. I think of Netflix that had kind of your choose your own adventure TV shows going on, but now this on a larger scale. I'm interested. And also, like, it's nice to see them get a partner, right? Someone who supports this idea and is like, yo, let's put this out to a larger audience and see if we can make this work.
So I'm seeing stuff in the chat. Sphinx Jer. So it's a live interactive. Agra Malone says, like, what is it? So full disclosure, of course, I hosted the Silent Hill Ascension panel at Comic-Con. Part of that was I tweeted today about a sponsored tweet that was like, hey, the trailer's cool, which I think it is. And then also you can download the app here. It wasn't about the PlayStation part of it. It was the other stuff. So I've worked with them on this launch or whatever. So, or whatever you want to call it. Today's tweet, I guess. So take it all with a grain of salt. I'm excited for this. Obviously, you guys know that I don't do stuff if I'm not excited. I don't just take a gig for a gig's sake.
Yeah.
This is basically like a Dark Pictures anthology game, right? A super massive game, a Quarry, an Until Dawn, except that you're not controlling the characters. You're going to watch these episodes, and then there's going to be interactive points where you can ask for choice and make decisions or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And based on what you've done, there's some mini games to play throughout the week, or not even when you're doing it in the app, to keep you engaged. Which then can like weight decisions and da-da-da-da.
That's
and
that
do all the
daily
whole thing.
stuff. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what's keeping you in. So everybody watches the same thing, does the whole thing, and then they do the next part happens based on that choice. What's interesting, from what I understand, again, and I'm not making the game, obviously, right, is that to their thing of like, we don't know how it's going to end. We don't know what's going on. They legitimately don't, and they've legitimately had to go make multiple options for what would happen. And so then what we were talking about during the Comic-Con panel, right, is like the idea is that, you know, when it is done and you have the season and it's over, that's canon. That's what is in the Silent Hill universe. That'll, you know, be part of the Silent Hill canon forever. They're going to then do another one that is like, let's do a non-canon run, basically, and show you other choices that could happen.
I love that.
Yeah, yeah. That. So it is a really neat, I think, idea of doing a basically Twitch Plays Pokemon or whatever it is, right? Where we all get together, you come back and think it's not only live. You like the episode up. Now here's where I'm talking out of turn. I would need Jacob here to tell me a little bit more, but I want to say you have 24 hours to watch the episode or whatever it is. You have amount of time to go in there, consume the content, make the choice, and then see how it all works out and stuff like that. Like, it seems like it could be really cool. Will it be? I don't know. I like the trailer. The trailer looks rad. It was fucking grotesque. At Comic-Con, we debuted a trailer where or not even a trailer, a scene from the game. And let me tell you, that tentacle went places and it fucked these people up. So it's like, it's a Halloween night. Here's this horror thing, a little interactive streaming thing or whatever. I'm excited to see what it's about.
Yeah, it seems like a fun time to me. Of course, you know, my mind goes to, you bring up Pokemon or Twitch Plays Pokemon, right? I think of like, vote for the boat's name and it's Bodie McBoatface, you know what I mean? Like, do we ever worry about that? What are the protocols in place that will reduce the amount of
they're giving you the choices. It's not like you're like, okay, walk off the bridge or whatever. You know what I mean?
Susie to die, then we want Brad to die.
Yeah.
Like,
are we just going to do a kill thing or try to kill everybody?
Yeah.
But it's also where they're doing it when I was interviewing them and talking about it. It's not like, it's not that clear of like, should they jump out the window or should they, like, it's going to be like, you're interpreting what you're choosing or whatever, right? But the whole thing is very much like, once you see it, you'll understand it. They're saying to me. So I'm very interested to see what happens on the 31st.
I look forward to that, and I look forward to seeing the live audience, right? Like that, bringing people together for a live spectacle. I'm always all about that. So yeah, I'd like to see how that performs. Okay, you got me. You got me interested.
Okay, good. I'm glad. Oh, you know, I'm glad. But the 31st, Mike, is so far away.
So far away.
If I wanted something more immediate, say what came to the mom and grop shops, where would I go?
I would tell you to listen to Snowbike Mike, because he's going to tell you all of the upcoming video games from the mom and grop shops that you need to know about. Now, do I have the sheet in front of me to tell me what I'm supposed to say? Of course not. So that's why I'm telling you about it.
Have me play the song. You know, are you reading them for real? Go read them.
No, I don't have them.
What is on your screen? Why is it not the document?
I have none of that.
Oh my God! You've been freeballing this whole show. I thought you had the document in front of you.
Absolutely freeballing this show and having a great time, ladies and gentlemen.
Out today, Cyber Knights Flashpoint on PC, Mac, Linux, iOS, and Android. Mortal Kombat Onslaught, iOS and Android. Skull Island: Rise of Kong on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Switch, and PC. I don't know much about this, but I think Ethan Gotch, maybe it wasn't, but somebody being like, they are fucking out of their mind to charge money for this game. And it was like just how it looks, and it does not look good. Sonic Superstars on all the PlayStations, all the Xboxes, Switch, and PC. Wizard with a Gun, PS5 and Xbox X Series S. Iron Meat on PC. Vlad Circus, Descend into Madness. All the PlayStations, all the Xboxes, PC, and Nintendo Switch. We've partnered for a GeForce NVIDIA update, ladies and gentlemen. We've partnered with NVIDIA to keep you updated on all the latest GeForce RTX additions to your favorite games like Naraka Blade Point. A regular on the top 10 most played games on Steam. It's upgrading to DLSS 3 on October 19th. NVIDIA already introduced DLSS 2, and it's latency reducing reflex technology in the game. This week, 40 series GPU owners will get a nice performance upgrade. Kevin, are they watching the video while I talk about it?
Sorry.
There we go. So this is Naraka Blade Point.
Look at those frames be boosted right there, Greg.
This is the kind of stuff that Andy's like, Andy can't sleep when this stuff's happening. You understand that?
If Andy's getting only 80 frames, he's uptight. But when he gets that DLSS 3.
He says DLSS 3 on October 19th.
Boosted.
I'll be all about it. All right, I'm moving on. Lovers of 4-player combat co-op should be happy to hear that lodging battle axes in rot blood skulls will be getting a little quicker, as the classic Warhammer Vermintide 2 will be adding DLSS 3 and Reflex on October 19th. Here we go. Kevin's showing some of that too. Did you play this one?
Little Warhammer Vermintide 2. Yeah, I've played this.
You like this, right?
I like these games. I don't love them, but I like them.
That's fine. That's good.
It's always for a good experience.
Now you like them with DLSS 3 and Reflex on October 19th. Moving on, RTX Video Super Resolution, or VSR, was launched earlier this year. It's an AI-enhanced software that cleans up video compression when watching online. KindaFunny Games Daily has never looked as good as when it's watched with VSR. NVIDIA has launched its 1.5 update, which will allow anyone on 20, 30, and 40 series GeForce to enjoy better video playback. Look at that. You think that they're going to get rid of that? Bam! That thing's clear. Clear as day.
Clean it up.
That's the power. That's the power right there. And then finally, ladies and gentlemen, we'll certainly be showing off the highly anticipated and extremely creepy looking Alan Wake 2 later this month. NVIDIA wants you to know, if you want to take full advantage of the full path tracing and advanced graphics in this title, if you buy a 40 series GeForce GPU, PC, or laptop between now and November 13th, you get a digital copy of the game.
What?
More info available at the link in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot wait for Alan Wake 2. And I'm excited for whatever stream you guys do where you show off the NVIDIA thing and Andy cries in the corner.
Oh, he's going to get so spooky. He's going to scream. Me and Nick are going to laugh. Man, I'll tell you what, Greg. I want that 40 series because I want that path tracing.
Well, we know NVIDIA. Maybe we can get
I want that full ray tracing. I want it.
New dates for you, ladies and gentlemen. Kill It With Fire VR invades PlayStation VR 2 on November 7th. Lake Season's Greetings launches on October 15th.
Come on, Greg.
Xbox, PS5, all the PlayStation, all the Xbox PC.
You got to turn it on, Greg.
I love Lake, but I've never finished Lake.
Well,
because eventually I just get into the groove of delivering mail, and I'm like, all right.
That's what I want. I want the groove of delivering mail, but like it's the holiday season, Greg. You get to bring the presents to the doorstep.
Season.
Think about that. Looks good.
Age of Empires 2 DLC, The Mountain Royals, launches October 31st. That's Halloween. Deals of the day for you. X-Pac is here. X-Pac, X-P-A-C, Pac, speak my mind. Xbox Game Pass games for October have been announced.
Yep.
F1 Manager 2023 comes to cloud, console, and PC October 19th. Cities Skylines 2 comes to PC October 24th. Dead Space comes to cloud, console, PC, EA Play October 26th. Frog Detective, the entire mystery, cloud and console, October 26th. Minico's Night Market, cloud, console, and PC, October 26th. Headbangers Rhythm Royal, cloud, console, and PC, October 31st. And Jusant, cloud, console, and PC, October 31st.
Greg, that's a great lineup. Great line. You know, Greg, of course, on the KindaFunny Xcast, we talked about it. Phil Spencer was very clear on what the expectations should be for consumers and fans of Xbox Game Pass, waiting on Activision titles to hit day one. We are, 4 days removed since we've officially made this official. But, I wanted to see some big titles hit this stage, but we did not see that the end of this month. But we still have a good lineup here. City Skylines 2, Very excited about this one.
Yeah.
You know, developers did put out, hey, we're still working on the game actively, so we're just going to put it out there. So it might be not incredible at the beginning, but I look forward to that game. Dead Space Remake.
Dead Space.
Shout out to that EA Play deal, working with them closely, bringing you the titles you want. That's a big win. I've played Headbangers before, the Rhythm Battle Royale. I walked right up to Bless and I said, Bless, you're going to really dig this.
Yeah.
Because, you know, he loved Hi-Fi Rush.
He did love Hi-Fi Rush.
Hi-Fi Rush. He loves those rhythm-based games. This is a rhythm-based battle royale where you dress up. You are cute pigeons dressing up in cute costumes, finding the beat, and a bunch of different mini games. It is fun. It will be a great weekend with you and the kids. And then Just Sant, aka Just Nut.
Why are people calling it Just Nut?
I don't know, but we just called it that. And let me tell you what, Greg. Okay, this game fucking rocks.
Yeah?
You already had a demo. Yeah, this game is dope. I can't wait to play this game.
Just Nut, everybody.
Just Nut.
And your final new date for you, Marvel's Spider-Man 2 limited edition Wheaties box goes on sale the 19th at 10:20 a.m.
Say that again. Oh, yeah, these are lit. Yo, these are... Greg, have you ever had dreams about being on a Wheaties box?
No.
My dad loves Wheaties.
Grandma
That's
Miller
all he
loved
eats.
Wheaties. No, I didn't know.
Man, dude, imagine being on a Wheaties box. That's a special moment.
Yeah, why?
That's reserved for Olympians.
Eastern.
People that bring change, good change to the world, and Spider-Man.
Spider-Man brings good change to the world.
Oh, man, he's got a great game. He's got a great game.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to write in to kindafunny.com/KFGD with your questions, your comments, your concerns, and of course your squad up requests. We have one today. Dave needs help on Xbox. Dave's Xbox name is Raging Inferno. Now, he spelled it wrong, so we assume that's how he actually spelled it. RAGEING space Inferno. Halo Infinite Season 5 is dropping today. Halo is back, baby. And I'm the last gamer standing in my friend group. Hit me up if you want to get down. If you want to get down with Dave for some reason on, honestly, in terms of the best and worst Xbox first party releases today, the worst.
Yeah,
because Diablo's the best.
Of course, the best. Yeah.
Hit up Raging Inferno spelled wrong.
Hit up my guy. He's out there.
We asked people watching live on twitch.tv/kindafunnygames to go. And youtube.com/kindafunny. To kindafunny.com/you're wrong and tell us what we screw up as we screw it up. Nick Jr. writes in and says, we missed a date. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 launches digitally on all platforms November 7th, and physical copies come out December 1st. Thank you. And then, of course, Anonymous writes in, but I think it's just Dave because he's trying to remind us that Halo Infinite Season 5 is out today, but we know now because of Dave. So
yeah, thanks, Dave.
Thank you for your work, Anonymous. We don't need you.
Thanks, Dave.
Don't need you. We need Dave. I'm sorry, what's that now? Y2 Jervis in the chat says, Diablo is down at the moment, so 1-0 Halo. Shu Torres says, Diablo season launch is broken, though, delayed.
Delayed?
What?
You're going to have to call up Rod.
We're going to.
We're going to Twitter.
We're going to Twitter. We're pausing
journalism for you right now.
We're
Here
doing live
Greg.
journalism right now, ladies.
Right now, live, y'all. Did you call up Pete Hines?
No, I yesterday I hit up Pete before we went live and I was like, hey, are you available for us to bug you on the phone? He's like, honestly, not today. And I was like, no problem, man.
But did you give him? You send him a virtual fist app though.
I mean, we talked about him on the show yesterday.
You're the GOAT, my guy.
Why? You know what fucking sucks? Twitter. God, I hate this fucking thing. Or X. All right, hold on. What's Rod saying? Oh, yeah. Okay. 48 minutes ago, there was a season update. What does this shit say? Hello, everyone. We've encountered some technical issues with our current build and will be delaying Seasons of Blood's start time by a few hours to remedy these issues. Once we have more information, we'll update you right away. We apologize for the inconvenience and appreciate the feedback. If I have to fucking talk to my wife tonight without playing Diablo, there's going to be hell to pay. No pun intended.
Better be controllers in everybody's hands tonight. It'll be back on for you.
It fucking better be all right. Making me look like a fool out here. I'm out here simping for this Xbox game. They can't get their shit together. Meanwhile, Spider-Man's instantaneously loading left and right all over the goddamn place.
Woo! Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, Kinda Funny Games Daily comes to you each and every weekday with the nerdy news you need to know about. Tomorrow we'll be back with Blessing and Andy. Thursday, Blessing and Tim. Friday, Tim and Blessing. Of course, we're going to do a super chat post show here that we do from the YouTube super chat. So please do that. If you're over on Twitch, of course, don't forget that you have a free subscription with Amazon Prime. We'd love it if you gave to us, but you can also just pay for it. If you're watching later somewhere else, please like, subscribe, share, ring the bell, tell your friends about it, leave reviews on Spotify and iTunes. And of course, go to patreon.com/KindaFunny, where you can get each and every episode of Kinda Funny Games Daily ad-free. You can watch us record the podcasts. You can get 300 bonus episodes of content and so much more. Mike, what are y'all streaming today after everything?
Today, the boys will return to RoboCop and then Cyberpunk. The Cyberpunk themed day. We're feeling the vibe.
I'm glad. I'm so glad you guys like RoboCop, because when I did that demo, and I was like, this seems like a lot of fun.
The two of them got lost in it. Like, we're very excited when this comes out. I believe November.
I think so, yeah.
Right around the corner. So, yeah, we're excited for RoboCop. We liked RoboCop right now, the look of it.
We like RoboCop
We like
now.
RoboCop.
Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, it's been our pleasure to serve you.
Oh, it's you and I.
Super chat time.
Yo, what the heck is going on? Welcome to your Super Chat Post Show with me and Greg Miller, your two Kinda Funny Games Daily show hosts for this lovely Tuesday in the middle of October. Greg Miller, have you bought any pumpkins yet?
I did.
We carve them yet? You painting them?
We did.
Really?
We did. We carved them. We put them up there. We did the whole thing, and then they immediately started rotting. Like, immediately. And this is the problem when you go to the organic pumpkin patch. We did the damn thing, but now they were intermixed with ones I bought from Home Depot that I noticed had the same sticker as the organic pumpkin patch.
Yeah.
So it's like I got ripped off on the price, which you are when you go to a pumpkin patch, but you got to do it. But yeah, they rotted like immediately, like instantaneously.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's too bad. You know, I saw.
Well, now I get to carve more pumpkins. I win in the end.
I mean, I like that. I do like carving pumpkins. Have you guys thought about painting pumpkins at all? Does your family paint pumpkins, or we just carve them?
I mean, back in the day, when I was going to grade school and we do the pumpkin carving contest, I would paint one here or there. Yeah, but I like carving. You got to carve. You got to get in there.
I like that.
You got to.
What kind of carving skills you got?
Not as much as you'd think as a big Halloween fan, I would be really great at it.
Killing that?
No, I'm not. And I have somewhere in here. Let me find it.
Take a
I'll
look.
show you the photo of the pumpkins that did get made. That got made at the because this is after Ben's birthday party. We had a couple more babies over that night.
Ben's gonna have a lit birthday month, right? No. Like you're born in October. Come on, party holiday. I mean, look at it.
And like I will tell you ahead of time, I didn't carve any of these.
Yeah,
these were done by the dad, a couple of the dads, the mom, Jen stuff. But those are all some like legit good looking pumpkins.
Those, Greg?
Yeah.
Thumbs up pumpkins.
Yeah.
Solid pumpkins, ladies and gentlemen. Let's jump into.
I love a pumpkin.
Let's jump into the super chat. The Portland Kevin writes in with a $2 super chat and says, "Does Netflix have trophies?" No. I rest my case.
Listen, Portland Kevin, I'm with you. You and I are aligned on the exact same page. I don't know what's wrong with everybody who doesn't play games for trophies. I just don't get it. Shut the fuck up, Siri. This isn't about you right now.
Siri loves finding trophies for you. Yeah, is that something where you need Netflix to make a trophy system for you? Because I know you love trophies.
Yeah, no.
But would that draw you more to the service if they were like,
not.
Hey, we got these going on?
If for some reason it was like, hey, if you get X trophies, you get a free year of Netflix. Sure, fuck yeah, okay, yeah.
I like that. Yeah,
if you work that way. But then you just go back to PlayStation and Xbox, that they should both be doing shit like that. And I know they tinker with it here and there, but
Microsoft Rewards.
I forgot. Yeah, Sony had that too. There was some ridiculous bullshit where it was like, if you get 3,000 trophies, you get $5. I'm like, well, that's not really the best use of my time. Does it work retroactively? No. All right,
I have some close friends who were deep in the quests, the Microsoft Rewards quest, where they'd be doing it, and they'd be like, well, now I got a free Game Pass for the month, or I got this. You know what I mean? It's like, good for you for hunting that.
Yeah.
Last thing I'm doing over there. Let's have some fun. Co-op 64 writes in and says, "Are you hyped to relax after this nuts gaming year?"
When are we going to relax?
No, why?
There's no time to relax.
I play games to relax.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
so I'm
point.
always relaxing.
Yeah.
Right? Like now I'm just excited because we have more on the way, and I have more in the catalog. Like my games catalog continues to grow. I still have more games I got to get back to and play and enjoy. I'm loving it. I'm having a great time. Yeah. I relax when I go out there and carve pumpkins at the pumpkin patch, getting lost.
Life's just stress nonstop. It'll never stop. And the games are, the fun part.
You feeling stressed?
Always.
You're the best. You make it look good.
I do make it look good. Tell you what.
You make it look
jeans. You know what I mean?
You make it look good. CJ writes in and says, most anticipated game for the remainder of the year.
Well, great question, CJ. Alan Wake 2, I guess, even though that feels imminent. Alan Wake 2, right behind it, I would probably put that Adam Eve game I just played.
Yes.
RoboCop.
RoboCop, clearly.
RoboCop, yeah, I'm looking forward to.
RoboCop's in. How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
No,
That's in there.
no, that's
King
not.
Kong. That's in there
No,
for me. I'm looking
no.
forward to those 2 games.
No,
Can't
you're
wait to play
not.
them.
You're really not. You're not gonna. Please. I'm opening up game request codes in here. What if?
Yeah.
See if there's anything I'm missing.
What you got in there?
Motherfucker, you did request a
100%.
You did a Kong and a Grinch.
I saw the vision.
Wow.
Saw it.
Didn't see that coming.
I was like, oh, do I want to, let me look this game up. And I was like, whoa, nope. I'm gonna just walk away from that.
I wanted that one bad. I can't wait.
I'm
Yeah,
sure it'll
that's
be a
where
lot of
I'll
fun.
stop at.
Okay. Oh, really? That's it?
I mean, like in
It's kind
terms of anticipated,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's gonna be other games. Oh, I mean Mario.
Mario, Alan Wake, RoboCop. Got to be the big 3 for me. I don't know if there's anything massive.
I'm opening back up the
Right.
Kind of Funny League. What do we have in here still that's going?
How did I do? I think I did better
Oh, Thirsty Suitors is on here. Yeah.
than last year. But of course, my
Right
2
now?
gaming dads.
Right now, you,
really
the
weighing me
Jabroni
down.
Boys, have 54 points.
But like 50 of them are coming from me, right?
No, I'm just saying you have 54
I have
points. I was
54
just
points.
doing you. Yeah.
Not bad, Mike. Not bad.
Yeah, right now I'm in first place, but we all know Janet is coming on strong.
How much did Party Animals score me, though? That's the real question, because Party Animals, goaty.
Sure, yeah. Party Animals.
That should easily be
You didn't
15
have
plus.
Party Animals. You didn't have Party Animals.
That's crazy. That's great. Are we sure about that? Are we sure about
Yeah, we're
that?
dead serious.
We
There's
might
no-
have to double check. I think Blessing took that from me like he took Baldur's Gate.
Nobody
from me
had
as
Party
well.
Animals on here. Nobody
That's
had Party Animals on here.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's going to be an interesting finish to how this whole league wraps up. Because what, Janet's?
How about Paris? Me and Paris
Oh,
together
this
maybe
guy
can pull off a
sucks.
win?
No, he's got 35 points.
Okay.
You guys combined, you don't even have near. Everybody on the PlayStation side is in triple digits.
Oh,
You and Gary and Paris, you have 54, Paris is 35, and
Okay.
Gary has 30.
okay. But together,
Yeah.
we have triple
Together.
digits.
Yeah, that's accurate. Yeah.
110.
But it
110, we're in this.
But if
If we beat just one of you,
I mean, 114 is what you have together.
all of us together at 114, if we beat just one PlayStation representative,
Here's
we're
my
going
thing:
to
is
call
I
that a
don't-
win.
there's
for the season.
there's no statistical. Well, I guess you still have extra games coming. There are still games coming.
We're going to call that a win.
Okay, we'll see how that one goes. We'll see how that one goes. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, I want him over on that one, y'all. Like, hey, keep your eye out for some upcoming dope games. Let's jump right over to the Twitch chat with PCHFLA has resubscribed to the Prime Game for 18 months. Outrageous Zard resubscribed at the Prime Game level for 6 months. Caldor, the Destroyer, just followed. And Assassin RN resubscribed with Prime Game for 35 months. Says, I've had enough. When is the next Greg Way Outside Boys episode?
Oh, that's a great question. You guys got to do that.
I mean, the Outside Boys love taking over. I mean, I think I heard Greg say, like, he's going to go play Mario Wonder on Friday with his loving child. Maybe the Outside
that's a
Boys
smart
return for a
move.
weekend edition for y'all. You never know.
I'm sending myself my. I got to post my Greg Way today, so I'm sending it over.
Captain Mark resubscribed with the Tier 1 level for 69 months. Just wanted to share that the proposal went perfectly. Thank you. Love, sex, and stuff crew. Don't know if you know, Captain Mark had a really well done, well thought out proposal, but thought, do I need to go more? Right? I have an incredible girlfriend. Now my fiance, she likes the big. She wants it big, right? And he's got it big, but he thought he should take it to the next level. And the boy said, Mark, do your thing. I think you're going to love it.
It's your thing.
Do what you want to do now. Fitz Patel writes
I
in.
can't tell you.
Oh.
How does I get to?
Fitz Patel with the Prime Gaming sub for 81 months says,
Thank you, Vitz.
glad you liked Days of Thunder, Mike. I'm looking forward to seeing you drop the hammer at every opportunity. Love to the whole KF team. You got to pass on the outside. Nobody passes on the outside.
Remember the car explodes?
Man.
Did they point out when Nicole Kidman calls him Tom?
No, they didn't actually.
Yeah.
She had great hair.
She does.
Beautiful
Yeah, she does.
hair. Beautiful hair. Yeah, her, Meg Ryan, and Top Gun. Man, Tom Cruise. He's got a great cast around him all the time.
Sure.
John C. Riley, young John C. Riley in the thing.
Yeah, shake and bake.
Come on, that was crazy, man. That was crazy stuff. Let's keep it going with some more fun stuff over on the YouTube side of things now. Our good friend, whoop, boop, 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 a lot of y'all writing in today. Chris D writes in and says, if there was one game from this year that you could wipe your memory clean of and start over, which would you choose? Thanks for everything.
I mean, the reaction right now would be Spider-Man. because I had such a great time with Spider-Man, and I am still in this little bit of a depression that it's over. So there's not more for me to go do.
Yeah. I'm the exact same way, Greg. It's got to be Spider-Man. Spider-Man was so much fun, and if I could relive that all over again, that would be an absolute blast, right? Like,
Yeah.
man, that was good. It was really good. Starfield, a little bit of.
Oh,
Get
yeah,
lost
sure.
in another Starfield expedition if I could forget all of it and go back to the beginning, right? Like, that would be fun.
Right now, clear your mind. When we do our kind of funny game of the year on the Gamescast,
Yeah.
where do you think Starfield ranks, if at all, in our top 10?
Amongst the team, not myself.
Yeah. When we all
Amongst
do
the
where we all
team-
do our votes, where do you actually think it's going
With
to show
the
up?
team score, this is not Snowbike Mike's
Yeah,
score.
yeah.
The team score, Starfield will be placed at number 6.
Wow. Okay.
6-7 window. That's where I'm going to put it.
Okay.
Where do you think it lands?
I think if I can do an either or, I think it's not going to rank or be like a 9-10.
Really?
I think you and I really like Starfield,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I just don't think other people did. Like, I know Blessing doesn't like it, so it's like I'm going to assume it's not on his top 10.
Andy likes
Tim's not going
Starfield.
to have it on there. Andy did like it.
Andy likes Starfield.
Yeah. But how much? You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I mean, I think it's 6-7 window. I think it's 6-7.
Okay.
I
I mean,
am
it's a jammed up fucking year.
Hey, we had a long discussion about y'all with the Gamescast crew talking about Jeff Keighley's Big Six
Yeah.
and how Starfield might not be on that. That's insane. It will be.
Big Six, I don't think it'll make it.
You have to have the representation from the Big Three. Everybody
No, you
needs
don't.
one up there.
No, you don't.
And Starfield is good. It needs to be up there.
I'm with you. I like Starfield. Don't make me fucking fight you right now.
It's
all
in
right?
there.
Blessing just hated it so much. Sis.
Jason Williams writes in and says, went to the PA Ren Fair for the first time and had no clue it wasn't just employees that cosplay. Got sloshed and had a blast. Any Ren Fair stories?
Oh.
Gosh, dog. Shout out to going to the Ren Fair.
You ever done it?
Especially for your first time. Yeah, I love the Ren Fair.
Yeah,
Big
I've
fan
never
of the
done
Ren
one.
Fair. Really?
Yeah.
You, Jen, and the baby.
Yeah.
You know,
We
maybe
should get out there.
2 years from now, get the baby a little bit bigger where you can run around without, being right next to him and holding his hand.
Sure.
Dress up, have some fun. I love a good Ren Fair.
Okay. I've always I look at them like a lot of our friends go to them.
Yeah.
I see I see like Jess, I see Darshell, I see them putting stuff up. I saw one of my TikTok the other day or yesterday of some stranger, you know how the For You page works, having to chug a beer or drink or whatever and getting insulted, like being called a wench or whatever, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, and they got the turkey legs and shit. I'm like,
turkey legs.
that always looks good. I feel like that's an LA thing though. I don't see that in SF.
You actually have a very large one just outside of SF down at
Gilroy Garlic Festival.
close. It's the Fruit something. It's Fruit
Fruitvale.
No. It's down below. It's lower.
Fruit side.
It's like Santa Cruz, but to the east, it's inside.
Damn, I know what you're talking about.
He knows what I'm talking about. Northern California's like largest Ren Fair, Casa de Fruta. Yep, that's definitely
Is that
it.
what it
I
is?
think that's what it's called.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
It's something like that. They host a very large one. And yeah, well worth it to go. Middle of September, it might have just ended or is still going. Nirmer said that is correct. Yep. Dropkick Tondo gets it. I think the Ren Fair is a must do. If I had the means to dress up and do that, it would be a ton of fun.
What do
I
you
never
mean?
dress
What do you
up.
think that means? We could do it.
Yeah, you could
You
do
ever
Well,
see the
it's like
people
a-
who dress like Star Trek people and they go there and like, oh, we've landed on a weird plane and go back?
I
That's
love that
cool.
bit.
That's fun.
I like that.
That's dumb fun. I like that. But let's keep it going with Steve Saylor, who writes in with the $5 super chat. Says, just wanted to say hi to Greg, Mike, and Kevin. Love you guys. Hey, Steve.
We love you, Steve.
What up, big dog? Hope you're doing well. Shout out to
Doing
Steve
God's work
Saylor.
out there.
Voss
Support him on Patreon.
with the $5 super chat says, Mike, Mario and Crash are not the same. How dare you never review a Nintendo game like Pikmin again? Stick to your dude, bro. Xbox games, frat boy.
Northern California Ren Fair.
I love that. Northern California Ren Fair going on. Halloween Fantasy, October 21st and 22nd. Looks like it's still happening right now if you want to go for it.
Wow.
Dress
they
up like
as
Shrek. Get out of town, bro. Get out of town, man. I love it. There you go. It's going on right now if you guys want to go out for a nice weekend. Ren Fair. Mario, Crash, video games. Enjoy them. Don't enjoy them. I can care less what you do in your life. Like, straight up, homie.
Fucking, I don't give a shit.
I give zero shits.
It is by Gilroy. Like it's right next to Gilroy.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
DJ Kento writes in with a $5 super chat and says, Greg, what are your excitement levels for Aquaman 2? I don't think anything could make me care about this movie.
Exactly. I do not fucking care whatsoever. I will go see it for DCEU in review. I will be upset that I am not at home playing video games when I watch it. I'm happy for the DCEU to end and us to move to the DCU. Give me Superman Legacy.
Okay. I mean, I like Jason Momoa.
Hell yeah. Well, he might be Lobo, it turns out, in the new DCU, which would be just fucking amazing casting.
Put him in.
Yeah.
Let him keep it going. Let him keep it going. Willie D writes in with the $5 super chat, says, love you, Greg and Mike. Greg, how often do you get to see your MIZ
ZOU
Tigers? They are looking good so far.
they are.
So pumped for the NCAA football next year.
For the most part, I keep up with my Tigers like I do my wrestling, just social media. When the games are happening, I'm following Barstool, Missouri. I'm seeing what's going on there. I'm seeing clips from the Mizzou sports journalists. I follow that kind of thing. It's rare for me to, with Ben and Jen, to set aside time that I'm going to go see that. You know what I mean? Sit down, like watch that or blah, blah, blah. But like I watch it that way usually. And you'll see me. I was cheering them on at the game this weekend. You kidding me right now? Beating Kentucky. Let's go.
We're just waiting for NCAA.
6-1. Oh my God. EA Sports College Football.
Be so
I can't
much
wait.
fun.
You kidding me?
It's going to be unbelievable how great that's going to be. Silent Ninja with the $2 super chat and says, do you bake and eat the pumpkin seeds?
Historically, yes. This year we didn't because there was so much going on with Benny's birthday and we had people in the house and babies in the house and all this other stuff. We just didn't do it. You?
No.
Oh, wow.
No.
Really? They're great.
No.
Should do it.
Just gut that pumpkin. I carve it, call it a day.
Wow. Okay.
Have the experience. Son of a 92, a $20 super chat and says, sup, Greg and Mike. First time writing in, really. Enjoying the show. Just had a quick question. How do I get a PS I Love You bomber jacket or hoodie? Been wanting one since I started watching KindaFunny. How do we get that sweet, sweet merch, Greg? And what's up with that merch?
First off, what did he say when he started watching KindaFunny?
No.
All right. Well, I'm going to assume.
Been wanting one since I started watching KindaFunny.
How long ago was that, motherfucker? You know what I mean? Because it's like we can't keep this stuff up forever. Remember, we have a new store, kindafunny.com/store.
We were talking about it last night.
Why?
They were like, yo, this is exciting stuff. You got a new store.
Yeah, we got a new store. Great stuff on it. You know, limited drops how we've been doing it, though, right? If you want old stuff, you can still go to kindafunny.com/old store. Kindafunny.com/old store will take you there, where the bomber jacket is no longer up because we did sell out of it. So you gotta when you see the stuff, you gotta go support the stuff. That's basically what it's like.
I might have a PS I Love You XOXO bomber jacket. And of course,
you'll sell it for $500.
Remember, one day, Tim Geddes will open up the studio and we'll throw a big party here. And we're going to have the Take Mike's Shit corner where there'll be just Pokemon cards, every single kind of funny t-shirt I've ever bought. That will be there.
Wow.
Ask me how many times I've worn those t-shirts.
How many times have you worn those t-shirts?
Never.
Wow.
Never. But I love supporting.
You love to see it.
I love supporting people. That's what I do. Robert E.G. has subscribed with Prime Gaming for the first ever time. What do you want to tell Robert for the first sub?
Thank you, Robert. It means a lot to us. We appreciate it.
Robert, can't wait to take a fun ride with you. Funky Gouda resubscribed with Prime Gaming for 11 months. Says, can we get some new shoutable catchphrases? If I see Mike walking down the street, I can't shout beyond to him.
What do you want your catchphrase to be? I think you have a bunch, right? What the heck is up?
I like that one. I like. Can we do the money one?
Here come the money.
Dollar bills, y'all.
Here come the money. Money. Now, Captain Mark says, really sad I missed out on the X-Cast
Same
hoodie.
situation.
Didn't I just see the X-Cast hoodie on kindafunny.com/old store? You got to help us, folks. Help you.
Help us, help you, help us.
You help us by us helping you. It is right there. I see it. Is it sold out in a lot of sizes? Is that the problem? Oh, yeah. Well, if you're not a small or a medium, yeah, you're having a bad time with the X-Cast hoodie.
Get the medium. You'll look good in it. Get the medium. Buy it. And then final one right here. Big-headed Isaac, my guy, with the resub for tier 1 sub for 25 months says, congrats on dominating Fantasy Critic again, Mike. Thank you. I dominated in my heart and in my mind.
Oh, okay.
And also always remember that not only last year did these jabronis do something weird with the rules, but this year they also didn't let me take Baldur's Gate 3. So never let that be forgotten during these Fantasy Critic talks. It could be next year, the year after that. I want everyone to remember the words Baldur's Gate 3. Mike was robbed. Unbelievable.
That can be your catchphrase. I was robbed. People can just scream that when they see you on the street.
Greg, we've had some fun. today. And I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in, hanging out with us during Kind of Funny Games Daily on this lovely Tuesday in October, and during the Kind of Funny Games Daily Super Chat post show, where we talk with you and get involved with the chat with your Super Chats and Twitch resubs. Thank you all so much for tuning in on a lovely Tuesday. The boys are in the lab right now, gearing up to play some RoboCop and Cyberpunk with all of you. So enjoy.
Just Cyberpunk.
Just Cyberpunk.
Just Cyberpunk. They said F RoboCop.
They want to
Just
save
Cyberpunk.
it. Let's not burning the demo when, of course, it's coming up soon.
Well, they only had like 20 minutes left in the demo. You got to see where it ends.
They probably beat it on their own. They got too excited.
You think Nick got that excited?
Yeah.
Well, tune into that. Until tomorrow, have a great day, everyone. Goodbye.